Antarctica, a white desert, the coldest place on Earth. Imagine the expedition has flown away and you are left alone. The temperature drops below -60 degrees. The wind roars so hard it knocks you down. No trees, no cities, not even mosquitoes, only ice and snow. At first it seems, well, not so scary, but within a few minutes your fingers begin to go numb. This place does not forgive mistakes, and now it is your reality.
Don't push the horses.
The first threat is cold. At -50 degrees Celsius, exposed skin freezes in 5 to 10 minutes. Fingers first turn white, then black, and within an hour, they become dead pieces of tissue. You remember movies where heroes build an igloo in 5 minutes, but in real life, the snow is dry and brittle. Your hands are shaking, and your breath turns to frost on your face. Without shelter, your limit is just a couple of hours. So you desperately search for a tent or a supply box, praying the expedition left something behind. You find an old tent and crawl inside. The fabric is thin, the wind tears it like paper, but it's better than nothing. Your body starts to shiver, a defense mechanism that produces a little heat. But shivering is also a warning. You are freezing. After a few hours without warmth, body temperature drops below 35 degrees Celsius. That is the beginning of hypothermia. First weakness and drowsiness, then confusion, then... You think about water. Snow is everywhere, but eating it directly is dangerous. It lowers your body temperature from the inside, bringing hypothermia faster. To get water, you must melt snow, but you need fire. There is no wood here, and the fuel was taken away. You try to warm snow with your breath in a metal cup, but you get only a few drops. Thirst torments you more than hunger. A human body survives only 3 days without water, and in this cold, dehydration comes even faster. Hunger is not yet the main danger. A person can live without food for 3 weeks, but strength fades faster when the body fights cold. Every shiver burns calories. You dream of hot soup, bread, even dry crackers, but around you there is only ice and wind. The only food source here is penguins and seals, but catching them with bare hands is impossible. You joke to yourself, at least sushi nearby. Laughter warms you for a few seconds, then emptiness returns. You decide to explore the area, but this is another trap. The white desert seems endless. Without landmarks, it's easy to get lost. Snow crunches under your feet. Your eyes burn from the brightness. Snow blindness. Sunlight reflects off ice and literally burns your eyes. After a few hours, your vision blurs and the world looks like frosted glass. Even scientists use goggles with narrow slits, but you have none. Every step becomes torture. The first night in the tent is a trial. The wind roars like a monster outside. You curl in the sleeping bag, but it does not keep warmth. Your body shakes, your teeth chatter, your thoughts scatter. You remember stories of polar explorers losing fingers and legs to frostbite. Your imagination shows horrors. You wake up without hands, without feet. Fear grows so strong that you scream into the emptiness. But there is no answer, only the wind. After 2 days, the psychological breakdown begins. You talk to the tent, to a cup, even to your shadow. To keep sane, you build a snowman and call him a friend. He doesn't interrupt, doesn't argue, just stands and listens. You share plans, complain about the cold, then realize you're laughing out loud, and the laughter turns into sobs. Loneliness is no less an enemy than cold. The body begins to fail. You lose weight, muscles weaken. Without vitamins, symptoms of scurvy appear, bleeding gums, loose teeth. Even if you had food, without vitamin C, you would not last long. For centuries, sailors suffered this disease during sea voyages, and now it slowly comes to you. Your only defense is dreaming of lemons and oranges, which will never be here. Day 5. Your movements become slow. This is hypothermia. The brain works slower. You forget words. You make silly mistakes. You laugh when you should cry and fall asleep at the worst moment. This is deadly. Many die and sleep thinking they are just resting. Warmth feels like an illusion, but in reality, the body is shutting down. Every hour is a fight not only with cold, but with yourself. Hallucinations torment you. You see green fields, hear the noise of a city as if you are home, but it is only the brain dying from cold and thirst. You walk toward the sound and fall face down in snow. You get up, then fall again. Suddenly you realize you're talking to a penguin sitting in front of you. He nods at you. You laugh because it is the only conversation, and you accept him as a friend. After a week, your strength is nearly gone. Each step is a struggle. You try to gather snow, but your hands won't move. You look at your camp and understand this is your grave. The body no longer fights. You think, maybe just lie down and sleep forever. This is the most dangerous desire, because this is exactly how people die in the cold. Sleep becomes eternal. You are still alive, but only half. Your body looks like an ice doll. You feel almost no pain. The nerves are frozen. This is deceptive. The brain thinks you are better, but it is the dying syndrome. Sometimes you feel warmth and want to take off your clothes. Many frozen travelers die this way, found undressed in the snow. The wind calms, silence falls. You hear only your heart. Each beat is like a drum slowing down. You understand the end is near, but suddenly you see a light in the distance. It may be a base or only an illusion. You try to walk, but your legs collapse. Each step is a fight with emptiness. You fall in snow and close your eyes. Your whole life flashes: childhood, friends, family. You hear voices, but don't know where you are. You see the penguin again, waving a wing. You want to laugh, but you are too tired. Snow covers you slowly, like a blanket, and you feel strange peace. The finale. Without supplies, your limit is 7 to 10 days. Antarctica takes everyone who underestimates its power. If you are lucky, a passing expedition saves you. If not, the snow erases your traces in hours. The white desert won't even notice your disappearance. And now, the main question. Would you risk spending even one night here?